we have to input 19 volt in these two big capacitors, and we get here 3 volt and 5 volt as outputs. Testing ICs and their live voltage is the ultimate way to know if the chip is alive, stable, or failing. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to check ICs directly and their power using only the multimeter. And once you learn this, you will never look at ICs the same way again. So this is the motherboard. Let's select any IC over here. Okay, we have here ICs. Let's even select a smallest one in order to understand. If you understand the smallest one, you can of course understand a big IC. So this one, for example, let's take this one is very smaller. Let's analyze this IC. Note that the motherboard is under live voltage. Of course, the mode selected in the multimeter is DC volt. Maximum voltage 1000 volts. This is the IC surrounded by ceramic capacitors. Let's put the black probe in the ground and let's check these two big capacitors. So we have 19 volt in this one also 19 volt. So this is the input. And over here we have the IC. Here we have two ceramic capacitors in both sides. Let's check this one. We have 3 volt, this one 5 volt. So this IC is the 3 volt, 5 volt controller. Okay, so we have to input 19 volt in these two big capacitors, and we get here 3 volt and 5 volt as outputs. So means the IC is good because the inputs are good, basically 19 volt, and the two outputs also are good, 3 volt and 5 volt. Means this is a serviceable IC under voltage. So this is basically how we test IC. We check first the inputs and the outputs. If the inputs are good, of course we have to get the output. If we didn't get the output, means the IC is failed. So I will give you a whole summary, especially for beginner, in order to understand. Please, before diving into the course, we'd like to give a huge thank you to the sponsor for this video, PCBWay. PCBWay offers many services ranging from PCB production and assembly to 3D printing and a variety of materials. CNC machining, sheet metals fabrication, injection molding, and more. PCBWay makes it easy to get custom parts for your project. And if you don't like to work a lot with a soldering iron, they can even assemble your PCBs for you. That's the PCBWay. Now back to the video. So the integrated circuits works by combining inputs, outputs, VCC and ground pins into one package. Of course, we can test it using a static testing, the testing we have seen in the previous video, or live testing, when we reveal real behavior, inputs, outputs, clocks, voltage, stability, etc. So I have a question. Why exactly is better to test ICs and the live voltage? Static tests only show shorts or leakage. Live voltage shows the real health of the IC. Is the VCC stable? Means 19 volt in the case of the IC we tested. Do the inputs receive proper signals? Are the outputs reacting correctly? In our case 3 volts and 5 volts. Are the output good? We get 3 volts and 5 volts. We get the right output. Means the IC behave 100% good. And of course, because of some common failures, you can catch only in live testing. IC gets hot under normal load. Inputs are present but outputs are stuck. Voltage drops when the IC activates. So this is basically some common failures that you cannot detect when using static testing. So remember, the step-by-step testing method is: step 1, always be careful. One wrong probe slip can short two pins. That's why always try to use the extension or the component around the IC. Step 2. Check VCC pin or the input, in our case 19 volt. Place black probe, of course, in the ground. The ground is everywhere in the motherboard. Place red probe on the VCC pin, of course, on the cell capacitors. Reading should match the IC datasheet. It could be 19 volt, 5 volt, 3.3 volt, 12 volt, depending on IC. If it fluctuates, power or IC issues. In our case, we get 19 volt, no fluctuation. So step 3, check input pins. Step 4, check output pins. Compare output response to the input or to the datasheet. If input is toggling but output is stuck, IC is faulty. Example, logic IC input high should force output low or high depending on gate. Now I'll give you some real examples. Logic IC input present but output always 0, means internal failure. Another example, amplifier IC, audio signal at input distorted or no signal at output, means output stage burned. The last example, power IC, VCC drops from 5 volt to 2 volt only when IC is active. IC is shorty internally. Here is some pro tips and highlights. Always check surrounding capacitors and resistors before blaming the IC, because a capacitor could be the failure, not the IC. Especially when you find many shorted capacitors, one of them could be the shorted one, not the IC. That's why you have to pay attention. Also compare with working board if possible, makes testing faster. And learn to read datasheets for exact pinouts and expected voltages. Use continuity mode carefully. Only unpowered ICs, never live. And that's how you test ICs and live voltage with just a multimeter. Remember, this is where you see the true behavior of the chip. Not just if it is shorted, but if it is really performing its function, means the outputs are really good. In the next video, we will dive into advanced troubleshooting and diagnostics, real-life case studies, and repair tips that will take your troubleshooting skills to the next level. If you want exclusive content and free schematics, join me on my Patreon page, link in the description. And of course, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and don't miss the rest of this testing series. Thank you very much. Don't hesitate to share your ideas. And please, if you enjoyed these videos and want to support my work, the best way to say thank you is by liking and sharing the video. It really helps a lot. So guys, let's learn about electronics together, one component at a time. So which component should I test next?